Hello everyone, welcome to forceGalaxy. Hope you are doing good. So today in this video we will be discussing about the public groups and the queues. So in the previous video individually we have discussed about this public group and the queues, and now in this video we will be differentiating between both. And in the comment section many of you are requesting for the asynchronous and the LWC content also. So yes, after this we'll be uploading the content on the asynchronous apex and the LWC. Okay, so I will try to upload in the morning and the evening for both the topics, first for the asynchronous and for the LWC. Hope this will be going to be helpful for you, and you have to be stay connected with this channel to get updated with all the content on the daily basis. Okay, so let's start with the today's video. So our today's topic is the differentiating between public groups and the queues. And if you are looking for in depth about both the topics, you can go for the previous videos where we have discussed about its purpose, about its creation, why use, when to use, everything is there. Okay, so now first thing is public group. What is the purpose of using this public group and what it is? Also, public group is basically a group of user. Okay, why we create this group of users, so we can share a record with this group user or can share a task with them or emails and something like this. Okay, so to perform any particular task with the group of user, we will going to create the public groups. Now the next is what are Salesforce queues. Okay, so queues is a collection of records. Okay, so it is like a box here. Okay, and here we have number of records, and now these records are assigned to the Salesforce queue which we will going to create, and this queue contains a number of users, or we can say the members. Okay, so whenever we want to manage our number of records, okay, or want to manage the overloading on a particular user, or to manage the data and all, we will going to create this Salesforce queues. Okay, so here this is basically used or created to share a record. Okay, and this is basically used for the management. Okay, management or prioritizing when we want some group of users or members to work on priority basis on a group of records, then in such cases we will going to require these queues. So next point here comes is that the public groups cannot be the owner of the record. Okay, and queues can be owner of the record. So here public groups contains the users, only number of users, but they cannot be never the owner of the record. But here queues, any one of the member from this Salesforce queue can take the ownership of this particular record and work on it, and after completing it can be assigned to someone from the Salesforce queue member. Okay, so they can be owner of the record. So now the next point here comes is public groups are available for all objects. Okay, either custom or the standard, any object, so we can share the data of any of the record. But queues are only available for particular object types only. Okay, like for accounts queues are not available, for lead cases and for the custom objects only these queues are available. So whatever the objects the queue supported, only they can be able to use the Salesforce queues, but public groups can use any of the object to share a record, task or emails, anything. Okay, so basically here now next point comes here is public groups are basically only used for the sharing purposes. Okay, and this is used for the loading, whenever we are having loading of any data, that is there are lot of records on which the attention is needed on the urgent basis. Okay, or we need to manage the number of records where a group of users is required, so in such cases we will going to require the queues. Okay, so these are the few points which are mainly differentiate public groups and the queues. So this question is usually asked in the interviews: what is the difference between public groups and queues? Can be the owner, or can one question tricky is here is this: can queues also contain the different public groups also? Here, as we know, these queues are assigned to a group of users. Okay, so can this group is also be can be called as a public group? Yes. So queues can also contain the number of public groups also. Okay, so let me remind all the points. So basically, public groups, this is a group of user which is used to share the record or to share the tasks, to share the emails and all. Queues is a collection of records which is assigned to a group of member or a group of users, so that the data can be managed or the work can be prioritized. Okay, then the next is public group cannot be owner of any record. Queues can be owner of the records. Okay, next point is these public groups are available for all the object type, standard and custom and all. Queues are only available for limited objects which are supported. Okay, so whenever you used to create the queues, so at that time only you will get an option what are the supported objects are available. So from there you can select, and for all those objects we can create queues as a owner of the record. Now next is, this is basically for the sharing we use public group, and this is for the management, prioritizing, data loading. So for all this management we use Salesforce queues. Okay, let me know if you have any other point also to share which is differentiating between both public groups and the queues. Okay, so that's all for the today. So that is all for the today. Hope this video is helpful, and let me know if in the comment section if you have any queries or question related to this topic. Thank you.